Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the past week's happenings in the world of monster taming. This week's episode is launching on a Saturday instead of a Sunday due to my work schedule changing, but we will be back to Sundays starting next week. That said, the video is coming out a day early, so there is slightly less news this week than a normal 7-day week, and on top of that, it is pretty quiet overall in the monster taming scene, but not without its noteworthy points, including the full release of Abomi Nation on Steam, some very unfortunate news for Digimon Survive, especially for those who were hoping to get their hands on the game this year, a new Kindred Fates Newsletter that coincides with the big alpha update, and more. So with that being said, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so we're going to start things off this week by mentioning that Abomi Nation is out as of July 29th in full access on Steam. Up until this point, there was a demo available, however, now you can buy the full game. I was supposed to do a stream yesterday with Carl, the developer, however, I did have a bit of a personal emergency that caused me to reschedule, but by the looks of it, it should be going down on Tuesday, so definitely look forward to that. The game, if you don't know, is a monster taming roguelike, and if you want to learn more about that game and monster taming roguelikes in general, check out this video that I came out with a couple days ago. It's got you covered. The latest Kindred Fates newsletter has launched, and in it they discuss the most recent Alpha 2.0 launch, which most notably contained the practice/training dojo. After some player feedback, they have decided to add pathfinding for the enemy NPCs, add a little bit of delay before they start attacking, and some other interesting minor tweaks and updates which you can check out on the Sky Mills website. On the single player side of things, the devs have been working on the rig for Hull Piercer, as well as a new Earth type kinfolk. Much like the Abomi Nation stream, I was supposed to come out with a video going over that yesterday and sort of checking out the alpha and stuff like that, but unfortunately that emergency that I talked about kind of got in the way. So give me a little bit of time and I'll get it out for you guys. So the developer of Grimmlins has sent me a couple videos showcasing this seemingly haunted library area where you can see all these floating books everywhere. Generally, I show off these sort of small clips in the rapid fire section, but I did want to show it here just because I really like the aesthetic and the overall vibe of this area in general, and I wanted to sort of say that. I'm honestly really looking forward to seeing how exactly Grimmlins turns out, and I'm even more excited to play it myself. The latest relegend devlog came out, and in it they confirmed that multiplayer is moving smoothly with roughly 16 major bugs left before it's completely ready for launch. They're looking to launch the game on Steam and consoles simultaneously in the fourth quarter of this year, and they plan on having some exclusive content depending on which platform you're on. We also get a look at a new Magnus line, the first being Specto, a disruptor type that can lower enemy defenses, and then it can evolve into Spectral, whom has some AoE attacks and does much of the same. Alright guys, so as for the usual, we're going to be jumping into the rapid fire segment for news updates that don't need that much explaining. So for starters, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Digimon Survive has once again been delayed, this time until 2022, which honestly, I was expecting it, but here we are. Like I always say, I'd rather them delay it than rush out an unfinished product, so it is what it is. The Xenoscape developer teased that a new update is coming very soon. Temtem updated to version 0.7.6, which mostly contains just bug fixes and some balancing, but most notably 6 new battle animations. The Monster Sanctuary developers showcased the private PvP mode for an upcoming update. The Eternal Exodus developer shared with me a clip of a new minigame planned for the game, which is inspired by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer surfing minigame, and it looks awesome. I honestly love it when RPGs especially add these types of minigames because sometimes it gets a little bit grindy just killing monsters over and over again, so it's nice to have something to sort of change the tone a bit. Here we get a background for what looks to be some sort of cutscene in Monster Tribe. It's dubbed the Crimson Sky. We get to see some new item drafts for Buddymon, all of which involve boosting elemental power. The latest Witchery Academy devlog has released and showcased an improvement to player customization and facial expressions. We got a few new Zokai this week, and honestly, with how many Zokai we keep getting every week, it's making me wonder what the total monster count's going to be for this game. It seems like it's going to be pretty massive. Here we get a quick look at the harvesting mechanic in Guild of Dragons. You'll be able to grow dragon fruits. Here we see a new clip for the upcoming Entodrive update, which includes some new areas, a mystical battle event, and more. We got a new monster for Morphogen, this one being Lupex, an earth type. We get our first look at the cops in Druggiemon, because, I mean, hey, if crack type is a thing, you're going to need to watch out for those cops, alright? And yeah, before we sign off, we are going to go over the Mon Month submissions. We'll do 3 pieces of art, and 1 experience. Alright, so first piece of art is for day 25, which is Fossil Fighters, and this is Carno. Fossil Fighters is a game I haven't actually played, but I've been really interested in, and I've been watching a lot of videos about lately, so I want to play this game so bad. It looks sick, but this art is amazing. Crantime is just an amazing artist. Secondly, we have Hexbot from Robopon from Gableye. He is a little bit late. That was from day 7, but hey, it's all good. And thirdly, we got an Invisimal. That's right, Invisimals was a thing. You could still get it on Vita, actually. This is Scalina. And for our personal experience, of course, we have Yokai Watch from Mr. or should I say Dr. Kolo, I think is how you pronounce that. Not 100% sure, but anyway. Yokai Watch is a series I've been with since its release and have been extremely faithful to keeping up with it even today. Granted, part of what got me interested in it was the moronic Pokemon Killer article that Viz Media put out that Westerners still hold a grudge over for no reason. Oh my god. Yokai Watch has always and still does blow me away with the level of quality that a monster collector genre can achieve. I personally have Yokai Watch to thank for breaking me out of the cultist Pokemon fan mindset I used to have that has helped me explore other games in the genre. You know, he's not wrong, because some people, when you try to say anything bad about Pokemon, they're like, no, my god, it's amazing! Shut up! But anyway, I adore Yokai Watch. Its sense of humor, its personality, its dark, sinister, and creepy lore, its fast-paced, challenging, and incredibly deep, intricate gameplay, its fan services. My list of favorite yokai is so vast, and it only grows as I discover more loadouts and tricks to experiment with for the competitive format or Buster's boss battles. The criticisms I have are so few and far in between because of how amazing the games are, and the criticisms I do have usually end up getting fixed in the sequel games anyway. I seriously cannot recommend the original 3DS trilogy enough, as well as Buster's spinoff. With how this series is, it proves itself to grow so much despite it not even being more than a decade years old. So yeah, it's another game that I've really wanted to play, and I'm disappointed that the 4th one's not coming to the West, because it would have been something that I could totally play on the channel, but guess I'm just gonna have to play them on 3DS. But yeah, guys, that's it for this week's Monster Tamer news segment. Like I said, next week will be on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are a fan of monster taming content, definitely make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on Twitter at GymLeaderEd. Check out my Twitch and my Discord, all links in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.